Hey guys, well, Celebrity Big Brother has officially started. I'm sure you all watched the launch last night and then no doubt watched the show on ITV2 and then no doubt stayed up for the live stream. No? Why not? Don't you have like 6.5 hours of your life to spare for a TV show? I'm very surprised. I'm also being very sarcastic. However, here are some highlights from last night's live stream, perhaps some footage that you haven't seen flying about, and I'm going to start with what everyone is talking about, and that is this heart-to-heart between Fern Britton and Ekin-Su in the bathroom of the Big Brother house. It does go on for about 12 minutes. Now obviously there are some bits that might not make total sense because they are either covered with bird noises, which are back, or there were advert breaks. But here's what a lot of people are talking about. It's actually quite a sweet conversation, it's quite revealing, and Fern Britton is, of course, a fountain of wisdom.
Yeah, we're here. And it's been a long wait, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And the secrecy.
It's gone now.
Secret,
it's all gone.
And now, boom, we're in.
And I think it's a lovely bunch, you know. There's nothing I would change. Nothing.
They're very
But
nice people. Everyone's
It's hard
coming
because
in.
it's like, oh, right, where's the toilets? Is he in here?
Yeah, there's one in
I don't
here.
know why I'm whispering.
No, there you are. There's one there.
Oh, would you like to go
showers? Only want to pee. No, off you go. Oh, thank
After
you.
you. I'll look after your shoes.
Yes. God, my
I feel
shoes.
like I'm at the nightclub, you know.
Here we go. Oh, yes. Look, very nice.
Perfect.
It's got
I'll guard
everything
you.
you could. Yeah. Answer.
If we ever need to remove hair.
Well, yes. When you get old, it doesn't sort of grow so much
how
on your
many
lips.
kids do you have?
I can't remember. 8, 9, I don't know.
Really?
No, 4.
Right, I want to take advice. Come.
Oh.
I want life advice. I always take life advice from people that have, you know, got experience.
I'm always scared to give life advice. Go on then. What's
So-
the question?
What is the meaning of life? And what? Because I want to know.
Meaning
like,
of life?
No, I want to know like what makes you drive in life when sometimes things are hard.
Is that what you're finding just now?
No, like just in general, like you know, like people look up to me as this like confident like person, but I feel like there is such a vulnerable side that I hide, that I don't show to the public, and it's usually that side where I go home and I'll do like an appearance, and then I'll go home and I'll cry.
Really?
Oh God, cameras! I don't want to. Yeah.
Why would you do that then? Because you just don't feel. Do you have imposter syndrome? Do you?
No, I just, I don't know. I think it's just overwhelming to always be this strong, like, role model to girls all the time. And I think there's stuff going on in my life that I can't open up to people about, that I have to kind of just smile and say, I'm good, I'm fine. But then when I go home...
How old are you now?
I'm 29.
29. So there will come a time in life when you will feel comfortable enough to open that up, and that would be even better as a role model to show that, you know, we all have shit in our lives and have to deal with it. That would be good when you're ready for that. But don't hide bits of yourself that...
It's more the weak side that I hide. Yeah.
What's your weakness?
I just sometimes feel like I can't find someone to talk to about, like, if I have, like, rough, like, sad days, like, I'm always the one giving advice and helping people, but I find it hard to find someone on my phone that I can just call and just, like, say, you know what, I feel really sad today because I'm feeling this way or I'm feeling that way, and it's hard in this industry to find people you trust. It's a difficult
So that's a funny truth of life, that when you're rock bottom and think, who can I call? They're always out. For sure. That's just something that happens. And also it's the thing that then makes you go, oh, well, I better get up then and go and do something. And that does make you feel better. I mean, it's not very helpful, but... So just tell me your CV, you know, what's happened? I mean, obviously you've suddenly, am I wrong, suddenly got enormous press coverage, profile, and has that purely come from Love Island?
Yes, it started off, it was quite overwhelming because I didn't know how much people were, like, I generally didn't think Love Island, I just went in there and I thought I would leave in 2 weeks, you know, because I was just myself in there, and it was a lonely place in there
Was this
sometimes.
a couple of years ago?
2 years ago now.
Yes.
And I met Love on the show, which was great at the time. I had great memories with that person, and I wish him, well, I've got no bad vibes for him, I really don't. I will treasure all the great times I had, and I just hope he's fine and he's well. Obviously, you know, sometimes in life you have to put yourself first. But there was a moment after that, everything was too much, like the brand deals, like the fame, and people wanted me to be a certain person, and I just didn't know who I was. I didn't know who Ekin was, and I was like, well, who am I? And I'm just this person that gives, but then there's not a human I can talk to about normal stuff.
And it's a big shock to suddenly find yourself in the newspapers, and people think, oh, well, you must be having a wonderful life. You're famous. This buying into fame business is very tricky when you haven't got, my father would say, the bottom of you ready, the bit of you that keeps you firmly grounded. It wasn't grown from that. It was suddenly you were there.
Yeah.
And you weren't prepared for it, presumably. So you'd never done anything like that before? What were you doing?
I've done acting in Turkey, but the fame was not as high as, you know, when you left Love Island. It was a different sort of, everyone has an opinion of a private life. You don't know who to trust, you lose friends, people want to use you, now you become a, you know.
Do they look at you differently, your old friends?
Yeah. I've only got 2 or 3 friends now, which is fine, but
Yes.
like before they would, yeah. I don't really talk to a lot of people about it because it's quite,
Okay.
yeah.
No, don't worry.
But do you have those days?
I think everybody has days like that.
Hello.
Excuse me, are you using the ladies' loo?
Is this the ladies'
You are
one?
allowed.
No. Is this the ladies' one?
God only knows.
We
that.
don't know.
No idea. Just go and have a pee.
No, I don't want to make anybody upset.
No,
You're not gonna
we
make
don't
us upset,
mind. We don't
honey.
mind.
That one is man's then.
No, but don't go all the way there. Just pee here. It's fine.
It's alright, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
he's under control. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Where were we?
Yeah. Do you get this sort of? Have you felt like vulnerable sides to your personality?
Good lad.
I was being in the ladies' room.
Yes, no,
It's
you're
not.
allowed.
Do you know what? I don't. Let's just forget the whole ladies and
It
men.
doesn't really matter. It'll transpire.
Like,
Mrs. Hughes.
I don't mind, but obviously somebody does, then...
Just get up. It's very painful. Very, very painful. And it makes you question yourself,
Yeah.
who you are, what you're doing, and then you have to really think hard about, no, I know what I am, and I know who I am, and if other people choose to think otherwise, that's their prerogative, but
Yeah.
that's not who I am. Don't know. Could be. Oh, I think it's out the other way, isn't it? Yeah, sure.
I'm so confused.
So I think it's that. So maybe.
And it's funny that you get all these good stuff, and then you get stuck on that one negative headline.
Oh yes, you can get 59 great reviews and 60
Yeah,
says
that-
shit, and that's
That's
the
fun.
one you fret over, not the 59 of positive ones.
The worst one's the Daily Mail comments.
I'm thinking that. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
They're just pebbles on the beach, going to be washed out to sea soon. You know, it really, and you have to just.
Do you find that in life you give a lot?
Well, I hope so.
But then do you find that sometimes it's not replicated, and then you see the real people around you?
Well, I think it's important. That's important to see that. You know, you give because you're giving, and you're not to expect anything back.
Yeah. That's how I
And
am.
if you do get things back, then that's
It's
fantastic.
great, yeah.
Like you were saying how, glad you were that someone was going to dry up while you were washing.
Yes, I was so happy. And then
And
when you
it's
gave me the
small things.
the blanket.
That's
See, I
just
don't
being
forget these
human.
things though. But some people don't pay attention to it, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe we see things differently.
But I'm sorry, so you're feeling.
I'm fine. I'm absolutely
Yes,
fine. But I've had moments in my life when I've had to go to like a meeting or appearance where I had to put on this completely different Ekin, which was the Ekin that people, smiling, but deep down I was crying. But then I as soon as the job's over, I come home and then I cry, and then I ring my mum, or it's try and deal with that. But it's good to kind of hang your problems outside and just carry on.
Do you have to do those appearances?
Yeah, I mean, I love them. They're great. They're fans that have always been supporting me. But yeah, I feel people's emotions as well. I'm not sure if you're the same. I feel people's emotions when the fans are there. Like, so many of them stand for hours just to meet me, and I never go home. I'm always till the end. They're like, I can go home. It's been 20 minutes. Like, no, we'll stay another hour or 2 hours. You know, it's
Yes,
nice.
That is lovely. It is lovely when people are nice like that and want to know about you. So, you know, sometimes you're allowed to give them a little bit more than just, hi. You know, just go, I'm really
And that
tired.
makes you feel good, you know. Mm-hmm. That sort of covers the pain. It's like, oh, actually, this is nice, you know.
Yeah.
It's going to make me feel good.
There's no good being suddenly, given the platform that you've had, rocketed to this incredible exposure. Anything I've ever read about you, which I don't read papers very much, has always been positive.
Oh, thank
with
you.
Lovely
That
pictures.
means a lot that you.
But it's
you've
true.
Read me. That's very
But it's true.
Likewise.
But don't get hung up on the stuff that you go searching for, because that's pointless.
Yeah.
So the meaning of life
Is
the first question.
not to care what people think.
is to constantly ground yourself and know who you are. And if you want to lie on the sofa and have a cup of tea, I mean, my thing is like, oh, F the world, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and sit on the sofa and watch Bargain Hunt. And it makes me feel a lot
Good.
better.
You know why? Because you put yourself first. And you know what it is? You're not doing anyone. You're not hurting anyone. You're giving yourself time. And actually, Sharon told me, she was like, the most precious advice that she could give to me, I asked her too, was time in life. Because you can't buy time. You can buy everything else, but you can never buy time.
So what
That's
would
what
you
she
do
said.
with that time, though?
Do what you want. Like you
well,
just
don't
said.
be unhappy. Don't go to appearances where you're crying inside. I mean, that's a waste of time.
I know. But it happens. I'm human. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if I were you, I'd start to sort of. Do you
But
have an
that's gone
agent
now.
or anything? Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't do
yeah.
those anymore.
No, this was when I was going through some hard times in my life, but I'm fine. I'm actually happier than ever now.
Good. Well, they're there. That's good. And you had a good time doing the US Traitors.
Yes, it was brilliant.
Lovely. Yeah, just search out the things that make you happy, not the things that are going to. Well, not at your age. You don't have to look around thinking, oh, I've got to top up my pension. No.
I liked the accent.
You know what I mean.
No, I feel mentally older than my age. I really do. I feel so much. Even my mum goes, you act like an older person. I'm like, I like prefer staying in and watching films, or some people like partying. I just like cooking, staying at home, you know. I'm very homely. I like
Good
that
for
sort
the
of stuff.
soul.
Yeah.
It really is good for the soul.
And you know what?
Next, I have a succession of clips in which Louis Walsh just seems to be a bit of a gob, a gob, S-H, whatever. I mean, some of the things he says are obviously just blunders, but some of them I think, are you aware of what you're saying? So here we have a conversation between him and Marisha and Coulson. And during the conversation, which is a little bit embarrassing, the singer Duffy is mentioned, because Marisha says, I used to love Duffy. And they imply, what happened to her, and Louis Walsh just says, oh, she went to Wales. I'm like, surely if you work in the music industry, you'd be aware of the fact that Duffy tried to return to the music scene and revealed that the reason she'd been away for so long was that she was abducted and sexually assaulted. It was a horrific story, but no, according to Louis Walsh, she's just moved to Wales.
For good is banger.
Yeah.
For good is a banger. Define gravity is banger.
So who did you say Book of Mormon?
I was one of the Africans. Give me that house so you can keep one.
Oh God.
That was, and I was Genghis
I don't
Khan.
think that'll go.
I was Genghis Khan. Me.
Really?
Where was this?
This was on the first national
In
tour.
America?
In America. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I did Aladdin on Broadway,
Wow.
and then a show called Something Rotten on Broadway.
So you've been round the block. You know
long
the game.
time, 20 years in musical theater.
But you love it.
I love it. I love it.
Do you prefer West End or Broadway?
I like West End because they don't put me in a box. They let me do whatever I want. Like I just play Adelaide and I got played Annie, but I don't think in America I would get the same amount of.
Okay.
I don't know if I would be able to do as many varied
Yeah.
roles. Here they just like do it,
They go,
do whatever.
yeah,
So that's what's been nice to be free.
What UK singers do you like?
UK singers, I love Amy Winehouse even before like I came here,
Well,
like
she
in
was
America.
unique.
Yeah.
She was that voice, the writing, the songwriting,
The image, the whole
the
thing.
image,
Film
the
comes out
package.
soon, doesn't it?
I saw that. I don't want to see that.
You don't want to watch.
It's gonna be hard.
Who else?
Who else I like?
Amy.
I
Just
used to
curious.
like Duffy, actually.
Oh yeah, she had one
Duffy
great
was
album.
good.
Where
That
is she?
album was fire.
She should
And
come
then she
back.
disappeared.
To Wales.
Did she live? I know the well.
And then we have Louis questioning David to his face as to whether he dresses like he's dressed all the time.
It's like I'm catching a tan.
I love him.
Do you go around like this?
Yeah, of course, Louis.
Every day?
Daily.
God, that would have been more.
And now we have a conversation between David, Gary and Louis, which I can only describe as a useless conversation between men. And obviously men, we have a lot of these conversations. What I love about this conversation is Louis saying he can tell Marisha is a star, she's got a great voice, but I've never heard her sing.
That kind of ticks every box. Like
Yeah.
Marisha, I know she's a great singer. I've never heard her.
But you can tell.
Yeah, but you can tell. She's got soul.
I wish I knew my celebrities better. Well,
You don't have. She's the girl. She's the girl.
She did West End in America. Is that
I think
right?
so, I think
yeah,
so.
I think she did West
I
End.
only met her tonight. Here.
Yeah, I've never met her before. I've not think I've met anyone except Lauren.
And Lauren is nice. I
Yeah,
know
I
she's
met
nice.
Lauren
I know
before.
she's nice. She's in The Real Housewives, isn't she?
Yeah.
I've never seen that show, but I know she's a character.
I think Lauren's been on it from the beginning.
Really?
Yeah, I think she was.
I
Like,
don't know
OG.
ZZ.
So ZZ, I think, is a
influencer.
YouTuber, podcaster.
Okay, tough.
I think.
She's a lot of them.
I'm not sure.
1.2 million followers.
I never heard of her.
Oh, she's
Yeah, I think she's like a YouTuber.
You obviously know her, yeah?
Oh no.
Do you not?
No, I just
Okay.
asked her what she does.
I love it. Not in a bad way. I just.
I mean, not everyone's going to know everyone, do you know
No,
what I mean?
no.
Absolutely
No,
not.
no, I
well,
We're all in
we all
different.
know you. We all know
I met your niece. She's gorgeous.
she's lovely.
I met her at Chelsea Flower Show. She's a beautiful lady.
Oh.
She's a beautiful
Thank
lady.
you. It's very
No,
kind.
honestly, I mean that.
I'm massively proud of her.
Beautiful. Beautiful,
Lovely
beautiful,
family.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
I can't
Do
take
you
it.
still live in Ireland, Louis?
I love Ireland. I live in
Still
Dublin.
live there, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I have been to Dublin.
Where? Where were you?
Is there a club called Crystals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I went there. That was
God.
really fun.
I had the best year last year.
I bet you had.
I had.
I know who you know there. So you're well fed.
So, oh yeah, so we did a day at Manor for a wedding,
Beautiful.
and then Ashford Castle for New Year.
Oh!
I mean, that's double bubble.
They're two of the best places on the West Coast. I'm from the West Coast.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And Louis thinks Fern Britton should be back on daytime TV, even though she insists she shouldn't be, but Louis knows best, of course. And it is... I mean, does he not remember what happened with Fern Britton, how it was acrimonious when she left? And she was really good, actually, on This Morning. She was a kind of shining light of that show, and she was kind of dumped, I think, in favour of, was it Holly Willoughby? Or I can't remember. Anyway, look, it wasn't great the way it ended, but I don't think Louis should be bothering to tell someone what they should do when they've obviously decided they don't want to do that anymore.
You have to go back.
There's
No.
I never want to. In life, you must never go back.
You must.
Never go
You
back.
must do more TV. You have to, Fern. Because you're good at it.
Well, I've been doing it for over 40 years, somewhere or other, and it's quite nice to just slow down a bit.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah. This is a last adventure.
Is it?
Feels like.
No.
No.
No,
I'm not saying.
Someone's
I'm
going to
not
call you.
saying
No,
that, sir.
it's not. It's not.
But that's not the issue. This is honestly just enjoying this.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here too. But I'm scared.
You know, Brady is so young.
He's very young. He's very
He
young.
loves it. Yeah.
And did you know there was already a budding romance in the Celebrity Big Brother house? Yes, because Louis thinks that Nikita and ZZ Mills are going to couple up. Now, I'm not sure of Nikita's sexuality. I haven't Googled him to find out, so I'm not sure whether that would ever happen. But I love the way he's decided that the romance is on. I did see ZZ looking at Nikita in an adoring way, but all the girls have, because apparently he's a very nice-looking guy. However, that doesn't mean there's a romance budding, but he's incredibly subtle about it. Well done, Louis.
I spotted a romance. I think I spotted a romance, a budding romance.
With who? With
You
who?
guess? Can you guess? No, you want to see it now. Just kick it off. I think it's Nikita and ZZ Ekin-Su. He's always close to her. I don't blame him. The guy, Ekin-Su. Doug?
And now we have Gary Goldsmith. Now, I have to say, I don't want to be judging early, but he's not sitting particularly comfortably with me, especially when he talks to Marisha. There's this one bit coming up where he just kind of nudges Marisha's arm and goes, "So whereabouts in the States are you from?" And when she says North Carolina, he goes, "Oh, I don't know anything about North Carolina," like some grumpy old man.
Where are the States you from?
North Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Damn.
It's
Probably
far.
one of the only places I don't know anything about.
Do you know Miami? I go to Miami a lot.
Love
Yes.
Miami. I was just there in December.
I've never been to America.
Do you like the South Beach?
South Beach,
Yeah,
South of
yeah.
Philly.
I was at the Mandarin Hotel.
I know it. I know
I
it,
was
yeah.
in my
The
shirt.
Delano still there? Which?
Oh,
Delano?
yes,
Oh, what was right next to it? The short club?
We'll have to go one day for a
No.
bath.
Next
When
one.
we're out-
Show us down further.
Please.
A little bit further. The National was close.
And then later on, he's doing this thing that people do sometimes in pubs or whatever. If you say you do something, like if you say you're a comedian or you say you're a musician, he just sits there and says to Marisha, "Any chance of a song later? Yeah, you're going to give us a song? Marisha's not your musical puppet, okay? Just because she's in musicals and can sing, you don't need to keep asking her to sing songs for you."
I will do it.
Can we have is there a chance we can have a song tonight?
You just enjoy your, what you got?
Right, this needs to be a bit of
Rose. Where was that?
Marisha, can we have a song tonight?
You want a song?
Yeah.
What do you like? Jazz? Some rap? What do you want?
So.
And then towards the end of the live stream, Lauren asked Gary, you know, does he go to the bathroom a lot? Is he going to do a massive you-know-what in the bathroom every morning? And then Gary says to her, "Well, I'm not the one you should worry about because I'm not the biggest one here." So is he talking about David and implying that David is effectively bigger than him when it comes to stomach size? What is he saying here? Because that's a bit of a mean thing to just say. I mean, yeah, David is a big guy, but Gary, you're also quite big too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with all
Gary,
of
are
them.
you going to do a big massive poo every morning? So
No, I don't know why you're worried about me. I'm not the big lad in the room. Yo.
And now for a little comic relief, in which Lauren is convinced that Fern Britton is actually Lorraine.
Who else would like on? Well,
I think I saw you. Were you on? It was you. It was written about with what's the chef called Martin Stan. I'm sure it was you on the morning TV show.
no, I haven't done any show. Long time ago. A couple of cookery books, but no, I write novels.
I'm sure it's you. Just written a book about a family that you've got something to do with diving on the sea. Not yet.
Diving in the sea. No, that's Lorraine Kelly. No, Lorraine's written a book.
Lorraine's written a book. Sorry.
That's all right. That's fine. Yes. So.
Writing novels.
Yes. Yes. It's hard work, but it's good. So.
Leave it to Louis to ask the question that anyone who doesn't have what we would term a British name to ask. I mean, this is the kind of question I have been asked so many times in my life, and because I have what people class as a weird name in this country throughout the school system. So here's Louis asking Ekin-Su, "So, you know, where are you from?" I hate when people ask me that question. It's like, do you want to check my passport? Are you immigration? If I say something that you don't like, is there a van outside you're going to shove me into? Will this be the last time my family ever see me? Do you know what I mean? And then when she reveals she's born in England, they're like, "Oh, really? Wow." You know, I just think, why do people ask these questions? It's because you have an unusual name. I find it quite remarkable, but here we go.
And Ekin-Su, when did you come to the UK? Sorry, when did you come to the UK?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, so you're British?
Yeah.
Not Turkish?
Only family are.
Family, I think like, the national. But they say the national. What? Because I'm born here, but my family are Jamaican. So they say our nationality, like,
It's still British.
we are.
And I'll leave you with this duo of clips in which we have David and Louis, and Levi and Louis, talking about how well the launch has gone, and also being quite perceptive and aware of the fact that this is perhaps the calm before the storm, and that everyone's nice when you first meet them.
Wait, next.
But Louis, I'm just saying, everyone's always nice on the first day.
I think so.
I mean, I'm not saying that I think anybody's going to be hard work or trouble, but like nobody's going to come in straight away and be a dick, are they? Because why would you do that?
There's no point.
Exactly, you wouldn't do that, would you?
If somebody is a dick, they would do that. They would know that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's night one though. It just takes one to fuck it up. I don't think.
But I don't see. I
don't see
can't
it.
feel any flavors. Of
I don't
that.
see it
Yeah.
at all. I don't
Yeah.
see it at all.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Sharon's in.
Yeah.
Just because somebody I know.